Hey, taxpayers, I am back in the land of the free, also known as the Great Province of Alberta. I'm back from Ottawa because the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, we were summoned. We were summoned to Parliament Hill to testify at two separate committees. I was summoned to testify at the Heritage Committee, making the case to defund the CBC because it's a crazy waste of money and nearly nobody is watching it, and journalists shouldn't be paid by the government. But I want to show you a highlight from the committee meeting happening down the hall. So this is our colleague, the Atlantic Director for the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, Devin Drover. He also happens to be our in-house counsel or resident counsel. It's a fancy way of saying he's our in-house lawyer. So super smart dude. So he did his 5-minute presentation off the top and it was really good. But I have to show you this exchange because it's too funny to believe without actually seeing it. So you're going to see a couple of different MPs off the top, right? And they're arguing. And the thing that they're arguing about is whether or not a carbon tax even exists in Canada. Check it out.
Can I have a point of clarification, Mr. Chair? I wanted to clarify, the member opposite asked a question about 3 carbon taxes. I don't know of any carbon taxes in Canada, so I didn't understand the witness's response. Could you please tell me what you're referring to, Mr. Leslie?
Well, no, I don't think that's on the format here.
Well, it's a clarification. I don't understand the question.
I don't think he really has to clarify, but I don't know what, that maybe Mr. Ali can ask what about the clarification because he's next.
Perhaps the witness should be the best response.
Well, okay, I stopped the time, but I'm going to start it up again. So I don't know, maybe Mr. Drover wants to answer that question.
A tax is a tax is a tax, no matter what you call it. So the carbon levy is absolutely a tax. It drives up the price of an item.
Yeah, so that lady in the red who said that she's not aware of carbon taxes in Canada. She's a member of parliament for the Trudeau government, and she's an Ontario MP. And of course, she knows full well that we have carbon taxes in Canada. But like a lot of politicians, she's trying to play a cute little word game there, saying, well, if we call it a levy, then those people who are paying it won't know that it's a tax. Newsflash for you. Taxpayers are not fooled. We know we are being screwed by your carbon tax because we have less money in our wallets as a result. This is the thing. When you're paying your own bills, when you're paying $13 extra to fill up your minivan, $20 extra to fill up your pickup truck, if you're a trucker and you're forking out $200 extra just in the carbon tax to fill up your big rig with diesel, if you're paying about $400 extra in the carbon tax for the sin of heating your home in the winter, yeah, you're paying a carbon tax. Even if a politician wants to play Orwell and say, there's no such thing as a carbon tax, I'm aware of carbon levies. Don't do that. So folks, if you want to check out the entire back and forth, if you want to check out the entire testimony, head on over to YouTube, fire up the channel there for the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, subscribe and like it while you're at it, and be sure to stay here with the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, where we are always going to be standing up for you and fighting for taxpayers.